No! It's just dumb!
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's get right to it. Over the extended Christmas holidays, I happened to watch Glass Onion, Rian Johnson's sequel or not so sequel to Knives Out. Let's discuss a bit on that and I will let you know my unsolicited opinions because you didn't ask for it.
When's the murder mystery start?
There were parts that I certainly liked. For example, the cinematography. This movie is beautiful to look at. It is not as pretty as a Wes Anderson film or as sharp as an Edgar Wright film, but it has its unique feel and touch, quite similar to Knives Out.
Oh, have we started already? Is it?
It will take multiple rewatches to fully take in the little Easter eggs hidden throughout the movie. It was only on my second viewing did I notice the huge Kanye West portrait in the dining room.
For at least one person, this is not a game.
I think calling this movie Glass Onion was a nice touch as the movie is layered with perspectives and misdirection while having the solution in plain sight. Blanc explains it best.
Look into the clear center of this glass onion.
Though I would have preferred if he didn't explain it. I like when the audience is trusted and not handheld to an explanation. I think this is where my appreciation for the movie ends. The rest is just plain garbage. I did not like the third act of the movie.
Tried to kill me.
Nobody tried to kill you vainglorious buffoon.
In my opinion, it was kinda lazy for Miles to be the murderer. I kinda had my suspicions that he would be the perpetrator because they made him the victim of the movie, only for him to be the murderer. That's kinda straightforward in any murder mystery. The helpless lamb was the wolf all along.
No, that's outrageous. I wouldn't.
According to me, I would have wanted Helen to be the murderer as well. Any feelings of reverence or respect that you had for me,
Buttress those feelings now. Buttress them.
Miles can still be Andy's killer, but they could have had Helen out for revenge for her sister's murder. She could have planned to kill one of the disruptors on the island and pin it all on Miles, and then make sure a world renowned detective was around to clear her name. And who better than Sherlock Holmes? I mean, Hercule Poirot. I mean, Benoit Blanc. I think that would have been a better story, in my opinion. That is, of course, working with the plot that was laid out in the first and second acts.
Died of an apparent suicide. She is survived by her sister, Helen.
I also could not suspend my disbelief at the fact that nobody except Birdie knew that Andy had a twin sister. That is just impossible. Miles and Andy were partners. You'd think that at some point he would have met each other's families.
It's just dumb.
You'd think that Miles would be shitting his pants seeing Helen, knowing that he had killed her, but no. And to top it all, have the best detective in the world, according to Miles, on the island.
It's just dumb.
Even if you think that he would put on a straight face to avoid any suspicions, you'd think that they would show that perspective once he was caught. But no.
It's just dumb.
They have Miles try to kill Helen on the island, thereby absolving her of any suspicion and putting even more of a spotlight on him.
It's just dumb.
Another element about this movie that bothered me was that Benoit Blanc just let Helen vandalize the glass onion and destroy the Mona Lisa. You are the greatest detective in the world, according to Google.
It is not. I resent that.
You obey the law to a fault, and then you just let someone vandalize someone's property?
It's just dumb.
Not to mention, she blew up the place with a hydrogen fuel cell, which will definitely kill people.
Hindenburg.
It didn't, because the plot didn't want them to blow the fuck up. Along with that, it is a lawsuit waiting to happen. Miles could have easily taken her to the cops.
It's just dumb.
I also did not prefer the one-dimensional characters portrayed in the film. The rich billionaire, the alpha guy selling pills and shooting guns, the stupid celebrity, the dumb politician, and the idiot scientist. There was no depth to the characters at all. There was nobody there that I could root for or even identify with, as they had the worst of personalities. Nobody is that one-dimensional. This movie was about peeling back the layers, and it refrained from doing that with their characters, which was a wasted opportunity. The film pigeonholed its characters into a very specific identity, and I don't think it even served the plot. What was the point of having all these eccentric one-dimensional personalities? Did they pose a threat to Miles? They were already beholden to him and suckling from his teat. They did not have a reason to kill Miles because their success was directly tied to him being alive. If he is dead, so is their career. The only person that had a motive was Helen, or Andy in this case, but they completely absolved her of any suspicion. I'm guessing it was the filmmaker's way of subverting expectations. Let's end this video here. To summarize, I think this was an okay movie. The third act completely put me off from watching this film again, as the ending was lazy.
Hell yeah!
There are some elements of the film where I just could not suspend my disbelief anymore because it just did not make sense. There is no way the discussion of a twin sister never came up during the time Miles and the group knew Andy. There's just no way. The one-dimensional characters were just boring. The visuals were nice though, and I guess the filmmakers thought that would be enough to pass as a good film. It doesn't matter how good your visuals are if your thriller doesn't thrill me.
Go ahead. Make my day.
And it didn't. And that was sad. Anyway, I will see you all in another video. Bye bye. She could have planned to kill she could have had she could have planned to kill she could have she could have had she could have planned she could have planned to kill one of the disruptors on the island and pillage she could have planned to kill one of the she could have planned to kill one of the disruptors on the island and she could have planned to kill one